welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads, and this is my vase. I thought I'd come on here today and do a face-to-face video because I wanted to talk about why I plan. And in the background you'll see my cat Zeus, who will pop in from time to time, but hopefully stay quiet. Anyway, so on this channel, I like to talk about planning supplies, reading, things like that. But today, I thought I'd go even further back and talk about why I plan. So many of us are in this community and plan for different reasons, and I thought it might be good for you to hear some of the reasons why I plan, and then that might resonate with you and kind of spark something in your planning. So the first reason why I plan is because I like scheduling myself. And this goes back to a long time ago, to the days of school, elementary school. So when I first left kind of junior school, like, grade 1 to 5, we had this kind of rotary system. So you went to different classes and things like that. I think a lot of people go through that when they go to university. Ours was a little bit earlier. And we had a schedule. And every day it was the same subjects and things like that. But I liked knowing where I needed to be, what I needed to do. Apologies for Zeus. I liked having that schedule that told me where I needed to go, what I needed to bring, where I was going to be. And that kind of started me on this process of liking to do that in a larger scale. In high school, it continued. I started to have, I think my first one was a day timer all those years ago. And I think I was still maybe in junior school. And had this kind of day timer, and I'd write, my homework in it and things like that. And it helped me, see what I needed to prepare for classes the next day. This continued along into university and I've been in university for decades. So yeah, I think I like scheduling myself. What I didn't realize until much later was part of the reason I liked scheduling myself and seeing the schedule written out for the week was because I had some anxiety. And anxiety has shown up in my life in a variety of different ways. When I was younger, I probably had more depression than anxiety. But as I've gotten older, and I'm quite old now, I've really started to experience more and more anxiety, and seeing my week scheduled out in my planner helps me to feel less anxious, basically. And that's why I continue to plan. The second reason why I continue to plan is because I have no memory. It's always been a joke in my family that I don't remember things from when I was a child. I just never have. And I don't know if it has something to do with the fact that I've been journaling since I was 10 years old. And so maybe I feel like once I've written those memories down, I don't need to have them in my brain anymore. I'm not sure how it worked, but I never have had a memory. Now, flash forward to 2018, and I got thyroid cancer. And so I had my thyroid removed, and I had some treatment for the cancer. But in doing so, in the kind of treatment for the cancer, I ended up getting a second disease, that chronic illness that has now made me have brain fog. So if you don't know what brain fog is, it's basically where you forget pretty much. You forget when you're talking what you're trying to say. You forget the words. That's why you might see me stumble over words or say the wrong word. It's because I'm trying to think of the word that I want to say, but it just won't come out. And it doesn't help if you've already got memory problems. So brain fog and memory problems, or memory, not very good memory, doesn't lend itself very well to remembering what you're doing, and scheduling things that are going to happen in the future. I would always forget those, but also I would forget what I had done the day before. And so part of my planning, if you've seen any of my plan with me's, I do have kind of forward planning elements, and I plan, the stickers and everything so it looks pretty. But I go back every day and I kind of fill in what happened that day, especially things like I know I'm going to wonder, did I do this? So did I take medication? Did I call the doctor? Did I pay bills? Those types of things always go in there. So the second reason why I like to plan is because I don't remember anything, and I need to remember both what I did and what's coming up in the future. The third reason why I like planning, and there are 5 reasons here, but the third reason why I continue to plan is because I find writing things down using pen and highlighter, I find writing things down therapeutic. So basically, the act of writing itself, using the tools that I have, and I love pens, and I love highlighters, and I love markers, and I love colored pencils, all of those things. I love pencil. I like using those things, and writing things down is therapeutic for me. And this has been the case throughout my life. As I said, I've journaled for 40 years now, since I was 10 years old. And it's not always an everyday thing. Sometimes it's, a couple times a month kind of thing. But just writing things down, I find therapeutic. I find getting my thoughts down on paper is therapeutic. I find just, the act of writing itself, kind of meditative process of just, practicing my lettering, or taking the time to make something look pretty in terms of printing and handwriting and things like that. I find that therapeutic. And again, I think that goes back to, my childhood. I was always coloring. I still like to color as an adult, but when I was young, I used to like coloring and writing. I always made up stories, and it just, kind of texturally as well, the paper, and especially the Tomoe River paper, I absolutely love it. And texturally, I like flipping through the pages. Currently using a Sterling ink common planner, and just going like this. I just love that. I just love the feel of it. I just love knowing that I'm going to be writing in. I love every day. So the third reason, love pen and paper. The fourth reason that I like to plan, or why I plan, is because I like stickers. I like making things pretty. I like making things organized. I like the decorative aspect of planning. So with the first 2 things, scheduling and memory, I need it. It needs to function for me. And that's number 1 and 2, without a doubt. But I really do like making it pretty, making it decorative, making it aesthetically pleasing to me. Now, there are people in the community who only use pen and paper and highlighters. There are people in the community who do amazing hand lettering. There are people who sticker the fuck out of their planner. I'm probably in and amongst those. I like stickers. I probably don't use as much as some people, probably more than others. I'm not great at hand lettering. I practice it because I like doing it, but I'm certainly not, some of the good creators. So I like to make things pretty for me. I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to make it look a certain way, a certain standard, but I like it to look nice for me. And that's why I plan, because I get to use these stickers. I get to use my washi tape. I get to use my pet tape, and I like it. It's fun. And again, it feels that kind of creative, therapeutic kind of drive that I have. And that makes me calm and happy. And the fifth reason goes back to a functional reason. I like a to-do list. I love a to-do list. I have done a to-do list my entire life. It makes me feel good when I can check it off. And yes, I am one of those people who will do something and it's not on my list and I will write it down and then check it off. There's no shame in that. I like having a list of things that I have to do or want to do. Now, again, a couple of years ago, I had problems with the to-do list. It got out of hand and it created a sense in me where if I didn't get everything accomplished on that to-do list, I was somehow bad or undeserving of other things. And it created a lot of anxiety for me and a lot of pressure. And in therapy, I started to look at my to-do list because I love doing it and I wouldn't give it up. But I started to look at it in a different way. And this might help you too if you find the stress of your to-do list overwhelming. She recommended that I think of my to-do list as a want to-do list and to think of putting things on that list that you want to do, but maybe wouldn't have put it on a to-do list, task-based. For instance, I like to read, I like to journal. I will have a shower, wash my hair, put on makeup, things like that. Normally, I wouldn't put those things on my to-do list. I would just get to them after the to-do list is done. Maybe not the shower. But in reframing my to-do list as a want to-do list, I put those things on. I want to read today. I want to write in my journal. I want to take some time and watch television. I want to watch this program. I want to watch a movie. And all of those things, along with, I have to do the laundry. I have to write this article. I have to do this reading. All of that went into one list. And then I could check things off and feel like I accomplished something, even if they were mostly the want to do. Now, sometimes you can kind of focus on those things that you really, really like to do and neglect to do the things that you should do. And in this case, I would start to think about those things that I should do as things that I really wanted to do too. So partly I was going through my PhD and really having trouble with doing things that I didn't want to do, but needed to do for the ultimate goal of getting my PhD. But I did really want my PhD. So I framed the to-do list in terms of a want to do, and then I realized that, well, I do want to read this article. Even though I have to read this article, I do want my PhD. And so I kind of do want to read this article because that will help me get my PhD. So reframing my to-do list into a want to-do list helped me to feel like I was organized and I was on top of my stuff, but also alleviated some of the pressure in getting all that stuff done. So that is my fifth reason why I plan. So those are the reasons why I plan. Why do you plan? Why do you consistently show up year after year, buying your planners, buying your stickers, buying your pens and papers or your notepads? Why do you continue to plan? What kind of function does it serve for you? Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please hit subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.